So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. The national anthem of Argentina rings out. Simeone is making a start here. I wonder what sort of a role is he expected to play, Jim?
Well, we're looking at a player with very quick feet, Peter, and a quick brain too. It's all so smooth with him, the way he takes control of the ball and gets into his stride, or shifts it into a shooting position. If they can get the ball to him today, I'd expect him to do a certain amount of damage.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him.
Fernando Torres.
Well, we're on the way. And he cuts out the supply. Nico Williams. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well, that's a clever-looking ball. Chance! That's a fair try, but just off target. Fernandez. Medina. Now Romero. And it's Messi. Just eases him off the ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
De Paul. Looking for the run. Now there's a fine ball. Here comes the cross. And he's there to clear it. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And the shot! Oh, good finish! It's offside, I think. Yes, it is offside.
Yeah, just fractionally late, but it's the right call.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Romero, Montiel, Fernandez, and it's Messi. And here's the Paul, Messi. Messi stood his ground strongly. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's McAllister. McAllister, brilliantly cut out. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
McAllister gets a good foot in there. No goals as yet. That has ended up in no man's land. Koundé. And this is Rooney. Now it's Williams. Oh, beautifully. Shot a goal! And he's straight offside. Romero. McAllister. Romero. To Martinez. Almada. And Medina. Almada. Oh, refuses to take the bait. And the counter-attack is on for Milan. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. Messi. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Almada. And here's Lautaro Martin, and the shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. Messi with the short one. Milan are looking to go forward now.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Silvestre. Silvestre is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. No, it's come to nothing. And that is out of play. And here's the pull. Vieira gets into a good position. In towards the back stick. And a header! Goal, Milan! That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter. A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Neither of these two want to come off second back. Fernandes! And he's stuck it away. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So they have it all to do again.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Keeper's dealt with that. And it's Fernandes. He'll try from distance. Fantastic from Fernandes. He's got himself an absolute peach. And the comeback is complete.
Gol per l'Argentina. Ha segnato
He
al
gave it
39esimo
plenty
minuto.
and some,
Numero
crashed it in.
24.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Argentina with the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And here's Agaha. Tries a shot! This time, surely! And he's heaved it away. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now it's Agahawa, nicely spread. Simeone. Fernandez. And it's McAllister.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Distributed tidily. And he's intervened well there. Martinez. Now it's Messi. Fernandez. Goes looking wide. And he's picked it up out wide. He shifted it to the flank. And he decides to cross it. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And the whistle goes for half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And this is Messi. Hangs one in. Courtois claims it. Safe hands. Tries to pass it through. Shot could be on. Goes for a shot! It's a goal! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
Gol per il Milan. Ha segnato al
And a
52esimo
trademark move
minuto.
ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Quite a game this, all square again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
De Paul. And they can counter here. Rooney. And that has been slung wide.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Almada.
Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
McAllister. And it's McAllister. And Medina. Romero. Oh, can he get onto this? And it's McAllister. And it's Messi. Oh, good spread. He's in plenty of space here. That's good play. It's a really well-measured ball. Has a look up and delivers. Defending of the desperate variety. Chance! Oh, it's hit the post! Goal! Argentina! Into the lead once more. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Argentina have their lead. Nico Williams going after that. Williams. Nico Williams going face-to-face with his great rival. Williams' cross. Lisandro Martinez is there and he can get that clear. De Paul.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Almada. Now it's Williams. Williams. Fernando Torres. He's had a shot!
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
McAllister. De Paul. He's found space here. Konate getting this one clear. Nico Williams. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Agahawa. And the through ball. Now it's Williams. Nico Williams tries a cross.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch.
And a shot! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. And that has been knocked clear.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Gonzalez. Martinez, who's set up one goal so far. Rooney did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. That's really well cleared. Taken back almost at once. But he's forced to go back. Passing nice and neat. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Williams. Now it's Williams! And it's been hooked away.
Milan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Fernandez. Gonzalez. Barco. To Martinez. Over to the other side.
Good switch, that.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Nico Williams. The end, time is up. Milan illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's not often you see such haphazard defending, Peter, even when you've seemingly identified the areas you're falling short in. How they thought they could get away with that, I just don't know. They should have plugged the gaps. This is just a poor performance.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Begley.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We stand for the national anthem of France. Zakaria finds himself in the starting lineup. Jim, what would you say are his most notable qualities?
Well, he's a real physical presence to start with, and for me, he anticipates the game extremely well. What I like about him most, though, is the effect he has on the rest of the defence. He's one of those players that makes other players play better. He's always talking.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
There's the whistle. Doué is onto this.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Tries to play it through, drives it in. Akanji attempts a clearance, and it's Chouameni. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Olise. Aimed beyond the defence. Can he finish?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Turns back here, probably the best option. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. That's going to go a long way. And that is out of play. Chouameni, Saliba, spread it left, and it's Doué, and it's Rabiot. Rooney, and there's his chance to lead the counter. That's an imaginative pass. Mignon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Mbappe. That's going wide left. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Chouameni. There will be a throw-in. Chouameni to Rabiot. And here's Maradona. Tries to pass it through. It's out for a goal kick. Hernandez. Doué. And it's Dembele. And it's Hernandez. Played out towards the right wing. Olise. Zakaria was in no mood for any of that. And he can thump it away. That'll be a throw-in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Hernandez. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Mbappe. Maradona. So what can they make of this? Now it's Mbappe. Doué. That's a good ball out wide. Elise. Nico Williams does really well to win the ball there. And here's Doué. Knocks it into space. And the ball is out of play. And it's Doué. Great vision.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Dembele ploughing through the middle. Olise! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Olise with the short one. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And no, he's seen through all of that. Doué. Dembele. Vieira running with the ball. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Maradona. Saliba gets across to intercept that. Hernandez. And it's Doué. Can he get on the end of this? And we've reached half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So neither side yet off the mark.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time.
Et les voici. Merci à tous d'accueillir nos joueurs.
Away we go again. Both sides defensively robust up to now. That's a lovely, neat pass. Hernandez getting this one clear. And he's taking no chances there. Rodri, and here's Mbappe. Thread. Can he finish? And he's done it!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
but pour l'équipe du Milan AC.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Akanji. Maradona. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Thinks about the shot. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Koundé. Now Saliba.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Big chance! Mbappe! Oh, how good is that? A finish of true class. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Struck with genuine ferocity. The ball was there at a nice height, and he was able to hit it with great control as well.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is
real chance! Goal, Milan! And again they hit the front. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop him.
Le numéro 8. Roulez!
Milan leading now. Tchouaméni, this is a promising build-up. Rabiot. Mbappe engages and forces him off the ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, good take in a good area. And he's gone long. Rodri. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, just skips past his man. Upamecano did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Pour la France. Le numéro 11. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 24.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tchouaméni, Cherki, now Saliba, Tchouaméni, and it's Rabiot, Saliba, Rodri. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Do it. Looking for the run. Oh, no, that was never going to make it.
France really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
France have opted to make another change here.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Hernandez. Barcola. It's Hernandez. Mbappe.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Changement.
Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
In with the challenge. Hernandez. Very nicely done. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Not the most accurate pass. Nico Williams. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, well played, well played. Maradona, who's set up one goal so far. And here's Barcola. Mbappe. Akliouche. And it's Hernandez. Barcola has it in a wide position. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? And that would have been some goal.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Cherki.
France really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Temps additionnel, 5 minutes.
He has a look up. Akliouche. That's Rabiot. And here's Barcola. Maradona. Rooney. Could move up a gear here. Now that looks a decent ball. Rabiot. Barcola. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Great defending, strong and determined. And that will be it. Milan pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Rooney claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Milan really were very impressive in the way they found pockets of space in those key areas. They were able to get the runners in, and that proved decisive.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
La formazione del Milan, il numero 7, Javier Zanetti, il numero 27, Silvestre, il numero 4, Makelele, il numero 17, Ribéry.
So off we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Brahim Diaz is someone who had a very interesting football education, Peter. He spent time in his youth, both in Manchester and Madrid, and he's had a real elite upbringing. And it's easy to see why those schools of thought have had an influence on his game. He's very intelligent with his movement, he's hard to dispossess. He does have a tendency to maybe be overly ambitious at times, but I'm sure he'll sort that out.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Nicely spread. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Now it's Al-Kanous. Mazraoui receives it in a wide position. Oh, good climb! But he's left disappointed.
Unahi is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Hakimi proves too strong. Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Ribéry. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Oh, sweet feet. Fernando Torres. Diop. That's a good ball out wide. And here's Brahim Diaz. Oh, that's neat. Brahim Diaz. And that's been drilled in. And he's had a shot. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Ribéry. Milan, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Shapes the shoot! Goal! Milan! The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Well, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Maradona. And it's Fernando Torres. Unahi. Good running, strong and purposeful. Maradona. No outsmarting him this time. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Mazraoui picks it up out wide. Defending of the desperate variety. Mazraoui plays it short. Hangs one in. Now it's Al-Ainawi. That has been knocked clear. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. De Paul and Konate. Silvestre is always looking to play quality balls. Hakimi. El Ainawi. And Unahi. And now the breakaway. De Paul. Yamal does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Torres. Now that looks a decent ball. It's Maradona! It's a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Delivers the ball. Out of play for a goal kick. Hakimi simply refused to be outdone there. Gets a good foot in there. Aimed beyond the defence. And he whips it in. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. El Canus clears it away. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. But that has not gone well.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Hakimi. Unahi. Pass somewhat off target. Makaleli. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Milan looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. And here is the first touch of the second half. Ball is over the line. Now it's Torres. El Ainawi. He won't be happy with that one. Haaland. Now it's Maradona. Milan do have a chance to counter here. Yamal. Mazraoui. And it's El Kanous.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Ribery absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Diop. And Unahi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Maradona. There's the shot! Yes! It's all becoming so easy. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other. And it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. And there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
A case now of complete control. And it's Hakimi.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Haaland is on to... Haaland! It is a very good save.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
El Ainawi. Unahi. And it's Hakimi. This ended up in no man's land. Ribery was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
He's played it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Threads one in. Now it's El Kanous. Silvesh can get it clear. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Yamal. Yamal ventures forward. He is through here. And the shot! And it's in! His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Morocco making further changes here, and in quick succession.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. And it's Hakimi. Ribery going face-to-face with his great rival. He's shifting through the gears here. And Ribery! And that's in! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Numero 17.
Milan choosing to make the first change. Simeone coming on here. A change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of, go make a nuisance of yourself.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9.
Milan are having a ball here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. He's got away. And no, he's seen through all of that. Knocks it into space. Good read, needed to be. Al-Kanous. Now Mazraoui. Distributed tidily. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Tries to play it through. Defending was strong and firm. Ribery. Maradona.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's found a way through. And he's real chance! And he couldn't keep it down.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 17.
So a bit of a revolving door here.
Numero 14.
Lots and lots of changes.
Numero 13.
El Ainaoui.
Il numero 18. Il numero 22. Il numero 6.
It's a really well measured ball. Now it's Mbappe.
Il quarto uomo indica 4
Haaland.
minuti di recupero.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. 4 added minutes on the board. Pinches it off him. That's a cute ball. Good ball over the top. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And there goes the final whistle. Milan, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Milan definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Se avete un biglietto, non perdete d'occhio il maxi schermo.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beckley.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Time for the first of the anthems. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, Erling Haaland is developing a massive reputation. The raw power, the speed, the ability to find the net in all sorts of ways. Sometimes you just wonder how you're going to stop him, and I think as a defender you'd be hard-pressed for answers.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. So it's away we go then.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
And he's there to clear it. And it's Benzema. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, split-second reaction.
Benzema is offering a right smile there.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Zanetti. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Berger. Ødegaard. Berger. Opts for safety. First quarter of an hour gone. Torres. Big chance! Goal! Milan! And there it is, his 10th goal, his first mini milestone. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have the first goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. Norway definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words,
And the shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
spirited to say the least. Certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Makaleli. Deftly out wide. Simeone. It's a sweeping cross. Played back in. Berger attempts a clearance. Milan have reclaimed it. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Ødegaard, and they can counter here. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And he's in on goal. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Makaleli. And it's Benzema. Now it's Mbappe! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Aimed beyond the defence. Lovely bit of skill. Tries to play it through. So no flag here. Now it's... Oh, shooting chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Oh, good effort! He doesn't look too happy with that. Vieira. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He shifted it to the flank. Berger. Ødegaard chasing after it. Mbappe. Now it's Benzema. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Benzema was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Vieira. Antonetti. Long ball upfield. That's a lovely, delicate pass. And he's managed to get free. Tries to get it clear. And that was very necessary. And reclaimed it in a trice. Mbappe.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Nice bit of trickery. Pings it across. Goes for a shot! And it's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. That was easy. Almost too easy.
Haaland really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Milan, and that brings the first half to a close.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Milan are heading into the break very happy with how it's gone so far.
Please welcome everyone, our lads.
Away we go again. That's gone loose. Ryerson. And it's Berger. Now Ødegaard. Berger. And it's Ødegaard. And he's forced to go back. And it's been hooked away. Fernando Torres. Makaleli. And it's Fernando Torres. That's a lovely shoot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Defending of the desperate variety. Norway have the chance to go the other way. Now he's off and running. Milan in a very solid position, 2 to the good. Berger opts for safety. Konate. It's Makaleli. Koundé. Can he get it through? Well, that's beautifully weighted. That's tidy.
The attendance for this match was 51,832.
Simeone. Now it's Haaland. Milan claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Torres. Great vision. Simeone's cross. Odegaard.
This is the time you need that pace.
That's Sorloth. And here's Haaland. Tries one from range. Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, distance never seems to be an issue for some players, and he's certainly one of those. The opening was there, I guess. Worth a try.
Berger. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now, can they get him away? Now it's Simeone. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Sorloth. And the pass is intercepted. Berger, Haaland, Konate tries to clear. Norway have got it back and they'll have another go. Could move up a gear here. That's good running with the ball. Ambitious ball here. And this is Torres.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Substitution for Norway. Number 7, Sørloth. Number 20.
Excellent challenge there,
10,
uncompromising.
Odegaard. Coming on the field, number 11, number 23, number 22.
Torres has it in a wide position. Torres pulls it back. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Makaleli. And it's Vieira. And here's Haaland. He's having a hit! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
You could tell he wanted that too. Still, at least he could smile about it, seeing as they're a couple of goals up.
5 minutes left on the clock. Milan have opted to make another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though not quite able.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here.
Agahawa.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go.
Ryerson. Bob.
That's an imaginative pass. Tries a shot! Oh, the ball, and again! Goal! Deep into injury time! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Norway give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
And time is up. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. Haaland voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Milan perfectly played the hosts and the crowd.
And
They
if you
set
do
up
have a
to
chance
frustrate
today,
and
please take
stifle,
some time out
but
to
they
give
were
your support
relentless
to our
whenever the
Stadium
opportunity
Fund.
presented itself at the other end. A cracking away day.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. So bring it on, fresh, fervent, fevered, how it always was and how it always will be. Feel it, this is where it starts. Whatever your ambitions, a good beginning is the perfect way to get things underway. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this one is pretty easy. It's got to be Aguero. How do you contain someone with the speed of movement, technical strength and finishing ability that he possesses? All I'm saying is that I'm glad it's not me trying to stop him.
I think the opposition defence agreed too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. So that's got things on the way. Park Ji-sung. Opts for safety. Ake. And it's Vieira. Spread it left. Pires. He is through here. Looking for the run. Quick look, then towering header! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead! Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Milan gain their reward with an early goal. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's having a pop! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
And here's Haaland. It's Park Ji-sung. And he welcomes it in. That'll be a corner. He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Imrai. Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Out towards the flank. It's a sweeping cross. That's an imaginative pass.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Milan couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Perez, a true great in every sense of the word. Quality ball. And here's Haaland. And this is Park Ji-sung. And that's been decent chance! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Vieira can see things others simply cannot. And he's forced to go back. Haaland. Park Ji-sung goes for a shot! And that is wildly off target.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Milan already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Park Ji-sung is always looking to break lines. James. Haaland does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. No, couldn't quite catch up to that. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Aguero. And this is Rooney. Back would it go. And Park Ji-sung! 15 minutes till half-time. Dijk. Little pass back. And he's quick to return it. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Good ball, good. He's had a shot! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Rice, and it's Aguero. Succumbs to the pressure. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Look, the only way of becoming more aware, Peter, is by lifting your head and realising who's where around you. Milan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. And that pass just didn't quite work. That's put paid to the danger. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Phillips. Imrai. Can he get it through? Now, can they get him away? That is lovely. He's on it. Can he get away? Perez, who's set up one goal so far.
Il
Aguero.
quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Phillips. This is a promising build-up. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Milan up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Milan can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. So the action resumes. Milan leading courtesy of the game's only goal. He's looking wide. And it's played in. Good read, needed to be. Haaland.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Aguero. James goes back to front. Phillips looking to pass their way up the pitch. And Imre. Now this could be a chance. Now the delivery. Gabriel can get it clear. Played back in. Oh, what has happened here? Lovely feet. Impressive jump. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Team still separated by the game's only goal. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And they can counter here. 60 minutes played. Searching passes played there. That'll be a corner. Header comes in! No, just not quite.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And here's Aguero.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Rooney. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's not looking good, Peter. You can't just stop playing once you've gone ahead. You're letting the opposition know that you can be got at, and they can so easily raise the pace and tempo to do just that.
West Bromwich choosing to make the first change.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Takes aim and crosses. He's given the time to pick a pass.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Chance! It's a goal! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Cambio di giocatori.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Oh, there's a genuine sense of tit for tat here, Peter. Neither side seems willing to back off here. This is a terrific watch.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's nice. Incoming delivery. And he's there to... Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, nice touch. Oh, it's played into the area. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Rooney, knocks it out wide. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Maya.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he's managed to get free. Played in by Perez. Rooney! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Gilchrist. That's a nicely shaped ball. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. That's that, the end. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
A rather flat performance for me when we expected something a lot stronger. I think they thought the win would just come to them, and it didn't.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Signore e signori, è il momento dell'estrazione di oggi. Tenete a portata di mano I biglietti ricevuti all'ingresso.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Everyone, please welcome the two sides.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
And this is now today's lineup.
It is our understanding that they've gone with a 4-5-1.
Well, the lone striker has to be prepared to do some of the work himself, but essentially he needs two of the three central midfielders to make runs beyond him and trust that the wide men can service the penalty box and make those link-up runs from out to in. He should get plenty of support with this setup.
So it's away we go then.
Andrei Shevchenko, Peter, is a player who can hurt you in so many different ways.
Striking all-rounder.
Yeah, he's got the pace to get in behind, he's got the power, he's got the aerial ability, the versatility, the work rate. He's got it all.
One of the greatest strikers of all time, surely.
Very true.
Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That's good play. Just eases him off the ball. And they've switched it over to the other side. Barkley. Madsen. Here's Bailey. Well timed, excellent interception. It's a promising position. Cross flung in towards the middle. And that should get the job done. Rodri. Patience, the overwhelming virtue in this game so far. This is a promising build-up. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And they've got rid.
Diaz.
Lovely pass. And the shot! Goal! Milan! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
For Milan, after 14 minutes, is number 11, Andrei Shevchenko.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Aguero, looking for the run. That's a nicely shaped ball. Diaz! Oh, crossbar!
Aston really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across that box.
Now it's Barkley. That's destined for the flank. Space for him to turn and look. And this is Barkley. And it's Amadou Onana. Good read, needed to be. Could move up a gear here. Great vision. Now it's Aguero. Now it's Rooney. Rooney. It's Rooney! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Rooney is offering a right smile there.
That has been knocked clear. That's a throw. Rodri. And it's Rooney. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. Watkins chasing after it. That is good alertness. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Approaching the half-hour mark. Plays it through. Now it's Bailey. He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Onana. Now this could be a chance. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Buendia. Matson. And it's Barkley. Stood up well to him there. Oh, that's nice. Crosses it in. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Vieira.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Bailey. Here's Onana. Barkley. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's been taken short. Now it's Bailey. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Onana. And he's picked it up out wide. Silvestre, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Aguero. That's going wide left. Diaz receives it in a wide position. Little pass back. Diaz.
There will be 1 minute
And the ball is out of play. Onana. Barkley. And we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Milan go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Milan leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
So the action resumes.
Milan can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Buendia. Watkins. And that pass just didn't quite work. Now the delivery. And a header! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Vieira. And that's been intercepted. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And it's Aguero. Aguero, there he goes, motoring forward. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Bailey. Madsen. Milan are still that goal to the good. Chance! It's a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
After 57 minutes is number
Yeah, to
6.
see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Ross Barkley. Ross Barkley.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Vieira being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Well, they've got to deny him time and space, and that's one way of ensuring it.
Madsen. Onana. And it's Mings.
The attendance for this match
Intricate
was
passing, looking to progress the ball.
29,830.
So we've reached the hour mark. And it's Rooney. Shevchenko. And this is Aguero. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Barkley receives it in a good position here. Tries to play it through. Watkins proves just a little bit too strong. Shevchenko. No question, this is the man you want to get on. Rooney! Oh, split-second reaction.
Rooney really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Substitution on the field. Number 31.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile. The man pulling the strings.
Rodgers ventures forward. Rodri wins the duel this time. So we have further activity on the bench here.
Substitution on the field. Number 10. Number 6. Barkley.
Rodri.
Coming on the field.
Silvestre.
Number 7. McGinn. Number 8. Yuri
Now it's
Tillman.
Diaz. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. Diaz has the space to scheme. And he's cut it out. Defending of the desperate variety. Look at the space here.
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Silvestre goes long. Rodgers. Now it's Watkins. Tielemans gets into a good position. And here's Tielemans. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And this is Aguero. Diaz. No, that's been intercepted. Oh, that's a key interception. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Very nicely done. Delivered across. Silvestre clears without hesitation.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, sweet feet.
What
about this cross?
Indicated.
And it's hoisted clear. And he's there to belt it away. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And this is Aguero. Tries to thread one through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Substitution.
Milan can make their change now with a break in play. Shevchenko! He's done very well to get to that.
Shevchenko actually didn't do an awful lot.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Shevchenko claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
Today that memorabilia from today's match
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
La formazione del Milan.
Andrei Shevchenko, Peter, is a player who can hurt you in so many different ways.
Striking all-rounder.
Yeah, he's got the pace to get in behind, he's got the power, he's got the aerial ability, the versatility, the work rate. He's got it all.
One of the greatest strikers of all time, surely.
Very true.
And we're underway. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, good spread. Played in. Gabriel getting this one clear. And he's straight offside. He slings it in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Wilshere. It's Perez. Park Ji-sung. Searching pass he's played there. He has found the way through. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. So, no chances falling either way for the time being. But he's forced to go back. Park Ji-sung. It's Park Ji-sung. Rice. That has ended up in no man's land.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Konate for Rice. Passing nice and neat. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Perez. Chance! It's bounced back off the post. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Rice. Haaland. It's come to nothing. Lovely feet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he goes cross-field.
Good switch, that.
Haaland. Rice. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Imrai. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now the cross. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Imrai. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Haaland going after that. Dijk. Knocks it out wide. Knocks it into space. Half an hour played now.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Gabriel. It'll be a throw-in. Rice. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, it's a great ball here. Wilshere. Turns back here, probably the best option. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Threads one in. Okazaki has it out wide and in space. And it's Perez. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Imrai. Opts for safety. Phillips. Imrai. Looking for the run. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Here's the header! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Has a look and plays it forward. And the whistle goes for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. The second period is on the way. So the first half brought no goals. Wilshere. And here's Okazaki. Okazaki touches it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Dijk. And here's a player who has defined a generation. Konate and Gabriel. Park Ji-sung might just make this. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Wilshere. Perez. Tries to pass it through. It is a corner. with his head, but couldn't steer it in. James. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. Imre, some good work on the right flank here. Imre, well now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep, and he shoots! Now that is commitment to the cause. Point-blank header! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And it's Shevchenko. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Park Ji-sung is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's made its way to him, steaming on goalwards. Rice can clear it away.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
He's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Now that's a lovely... He's having a hit! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Maya. Haaland. He's a sharp little ball here. Chance, surely! It's a goal! Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found a pocket.
Numero 11.
Milan have taken the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And it's Okazaki. Genuine physical edge about this game, it is quite attritional. Played in by Park Ji-sung. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Milan choosing to make the first change. Rooney coming on here. A change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Surely now! He will be livid with himself. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Tries to get it clear.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Cambio di giocatori.
And he's going direct against the crossbar.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Haaland. So what can they make of this? And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Milan close now to seeing this one through. And the finish! And it's in! They have stolen level at the last! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
West Bromwich are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have movement on both benches.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That has been knocked clear. Keeper has taken decisive action.
Maya.
Oh, they could break here. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Spread out to the left, and here's Perez, and here's Haaland. Haaland! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
No, just not quite.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
No, that's been intercepted. And we're done. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Milan must have viewed this game as very winnable, but will no doubt have a healthier respect for this opposition now.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Ricordiamo a tutti I tifosi che tra poco sul maxi schermo saranno trasmessi gli orari degli autobus.